How to handle communication during a relationship break. Once you experience a relationship break or are considering one with your partner, there are likely many things that you need to process and figure out. However, you may be concerned about whether it is okay to talk during a break or if communication during a relationship break is forbidden. Here's what you should know about this idea, so you may do it the right way if this happens to you. Keep these tips and advice in mind and decide how you should handle your break. How to ask for a break in a relationship. If you determine that you need a break in your relationship, you should be open and honest with your partner about how you feel and why you require your own space. Gently, you should tell them the issues that have arisen between you two and ways they may be able to mend these rifts. For example, if you feel like your mate isn't appreciating everything you do for them and your family, expressing it clearly might help. Furthermore, it would help if you decided together how long the break will be and when you will be discussing the situation further. It may be a good idea to have this breakup talk where you hash things out and then stop communication during a relationship break until you are ready to start your relationship again. Is it okay to communicate during a break? In general, if you have decided to take a break in your relationship, it might be a good idea not to communicate when you are apart from your mate. The only reason you should communicate is if you need to talk about the care of your children. Any personal conversations can wait until you are ready to be together again, or once you determine that the relationship is no longer viable, you break up. Research shows that your current satisfaction and the ideas you have related to how satisfied you will be in the future, in terms of your relationship, are what most people use to judge their happiness level with their mate. For this reason, you may already know how you want to handle your relationship once you take a break from your partner. How much should you communicate during a breakup? When you take a break, you might consider taking a complete break from communication. This may allow you and your partner to determine what you want to do regarding your relationship. For example, if you have issues within your partnership, this also gives you an opportunity to work through these things and, if necessary, fix certain behaviors. If you are both willing to work on problems together, accept that you make mistakes, and continue to work through disagreements, there's a chance you may be able to maintain a healthy relationship with each other. Is it okay to break up over text? While there isn't anything necessarily wrong about breaking up with someone over text, imagine how you would feel if someone did that to you. Consider breaking up with your partner in person, as this is the most respectful course of action. The do's and don'ts of communication during a breakup. When you have decided that you are going on a break in a relationship, there are a few rules you will need to follow that might make this separation work best for both of you. Make sure you state ahead of time that you don't want communication during a relationship break. Follow a no-contact rule. It is necessary that you should have no contact during a relationship break. This might allow both you and your mate the time to think about everything you need to ponder. Besides, it may make more sense when you are away from the situation than when you have to see and talk to your mate daily. Do speak with friends. One of the many things to do during a breakup or when you are on a break is to stay social. This means talking to friends that you trust, who may be able to help you change your perspective on what is going on with your relationship. Also, they might be able to offer advice, tell you stories, or cheer you up. Talk to someone about your feelings. Something else you may want to consider is talking to a therapist about your relationship break. A therapist can advise you on why you should refrain from checking in during a break and how to handle your separation appropriately. You may want to work on yourself when you are on a break. Do wait until you're ready to talk again. When you agree that there should be little to no communication during a relationship break, you might work through all the problems you need to since there will be radio silence between you and your partner. Then, when you have reached a pre-appointed time or after several days, you can meet up to talk to each other again. Don't talk on social media. This also includes social media when you are dedicated to no communication during a relationship break. You should try your best to stay off of social media sites, especially if your partner is friends with many of your friends. However, taking a one-week break from social media can offer many mental health benefits. For example, you may feel less anxiety and feel better about yourself. Don't answer their texts. So, should you talk during a break? The answer is no. When you can withhold communication from each other for a while, there's likely no way either party will be able to persuade the other to get back together before they are ready to do so. Instead, when you aren't in communication with each other, you will have the opportunity to realize that you miss them or that you want to move on from your current relationship. Don't text them first. This includes texting when you specify you don't want communication during a relationship break. Even if your mate texts you, this doesn't mean that you have to text back, especially if you agreed upon the break rules beforehand. Both of you should respect the stipulations enough to follow them. Don't meet up to talk. Something else you should remember when you withhold communication during a relationship break is that you shouldn't meet up to talk until the time is right. At the end of the break period, it may be appropriate to sit down and talk about your expectations for the relationship. You should know what you want and expect, and you can talk about these ideas together. What to do during a relationship break. When you are in the middle of a relationship break, you may not know what you should be doing. The answer is that you should be taking care of yourself and reflecting on your relationship. Make sure you are sleeping right, eating healthy foods, exercising, and doing your part to prevent communication during a relationship break. You should also ensure you are staying social with people you care about and doing things you enjoy. Even though you are trying to figure out the state of your relationship, this doesn't mean you have to be unhappy. Once you are ready, you will be able to talk to your mate again and then continue dating them or move on to another relationship. A 2021 study indicates that the end of a relationship is not always something that has a significant impact on a person. Takeaway. There are many things to consider when it comes to taking a break in your relationship. There are even more aspects to consider in terms of communication during a relationship break. In most cases, closing off contact while you are away from each other may be the best idea. Then you can both take this time to reflect on your relationship and decide what you want out of it. If there are things you need to change about yourself or your behavior, you should have the opportunity to do so. When looking for the best taking a break relationship advice, it may be a good idea to work with a therapist. They should be able to talk to you about how to work out your issues, and if you see a professional together, you may learn how to talk to and understand each other better. Keep this in mind if you ever need to take a break in your relationship.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe.